Hello students, welcome to our session. And today I am going to teach you chapter number 8, states of matter. In our previous chapter, in chapter number 7, we discussed about the types of soil and about more thing of soil, how we prevent the soil from the soil erosion, which type of components are affected for soil erosion, and also the about the tetanus, which are dangerous for us. Now, in this chapter, we have states of matter in our life. To live our life, we need different types of things which are very useful to us, as we need food to live our life, and we get different types of nutrients from the food, and we will get this type of food as crops which grow on farms, and for the farming the soil is very important there. So in our previous chapter we have discussed about how we will prevent the soil, how we will protect the soil from the wind and heavy rainfall. Then in this chapter we have different types of states available here. First, things which we use for our work, or any type of thing which we used, we if we keep this thing at anywhere, they occupy some types of space. First, the matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space, this is called the matter. Any type of thing, anything which are useful to us for doing our work, if we keep this thing at any place, they occupies some types of space. Any type of things which has mass and occupies space, these are all called the matter. And according to matter, about to learn about the discussion of different types of matter, they have classified, categorized in them in three different categories. Which type of different categories we will see here? We have three types of different categories available. The first is solid, other liquid, and third is gas. Any type of things which we have used, they are in different categories, in which they have different types, in which some is solids, some are in liquid, and some are in gases. We have many types of examples available around us. If we observe, then we will find out some types of examples of solids, and some are also liquids, and some are also gas. For example, if we want to write anything, then we use pencil or pen and notebook or textbook. How they are classified? They are classified according to their features. For example, in solids, the things which have fixed molecules, they are called solids. In solid we can see the molecules of the solid shapes are tightly packed to each other, so they are called the solid. For example, pencil, pen, textbook, notebook, they are the example of solid state. The molecules of these things are tightly packed, they are attached to each other very tightly, so they are called the solid state. Then other is liquid. For example, we all drink water. Water is a liquid. Water is a liquid. We have also some other types of example of liquid which we use. For example, also milk, fruit juice, they are all the example of liquid. They are different from the solid shape. In solid, the molecules are tightly packed. In liquid, they are loosely packed. They have no shape and size. Solid have shape and size. We can feel the shape and size by touch also, but in liquid they have no size or shape. For example, water. If we want to drink water, if we fill up water in glass, the shape of water is going according to the shape of glass. But the same water, if we fill this water in a cup, the shape of the water will be changed according to the thing. So the liquid is not in the liquid has no fixed shape and size. Then other state is gas. Gas, for example, carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. These are the example of gas. In gas, we cannot see them, only we can feel them. Have you ever seen oxygen or carbon dioxide, which we use daily in our room? Without this type of gas, our life is not possible. But we cannot see them, we can only feel them. Oxygen, which are very important to us, because all human beings which live here, they, when they breathe, they take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. This process is always going on. Now I am speaking, but I am taking the oxygen in my body and I take out the carbon dioxide. But you cannot see, I also cannot see the gas, because the gas we cannot see them, only we can feel them. This type of matter is called the gas. So we have different types of things, and according to their features they are classified in different categories. In which categories? Some things are in solids, some things are in liquids, and some things are in gas. Then solubility of substance in water. Solubility of substances in water. Now we will discuss about the solubility of something. So for example, if we want to solve anything in water, then how we will solve it? For example, if we want to solve the sugar and water, salt in water, then we can easily solve them in water, because they are dissolved in water completely. These types of things are easily dissolved in water. So our this topic is also called about these things. Solubility of substance in water. The first thing is solute. What is the meaning of solute? The substance which gets dissolved. The substance which gets dissolved, this is called the solute. And the other thing is solvent. What is the meaning of solvent? The solute gets dissolved is called the solvent. So when we add anything, when we mix up anything, when we dissolve anything, we have two things, solute and solvent. If we have these two things, then this process is possible. Solubility of solids in water. Solubility solids in water. First we have discussed about the solids. Which type of things are called the solid? According to the features, we can say them solids or liquid or gas. If we want to dissolve any solid things in water, then we can dissolve easily. As I said you, sugar and salt, these both are easily dissolved in water. If we want to dissolve them, take a glass of water, then put a spoon of salt or sugar in a water, then stir them, they easily dissolve them. But some types of things also not dissolve them. For example, sand cannot dissolve in water. When you dissolve a chalk in water, then it cannot dissolve. The chalk powder set downside of the water. We cannot dissolve all solids things in water. We can dissolve some types of solids in liquids. For example, sugar and salt easily dissolve them. So we can see they are soluble in water. But this sand cannot dissolve in water. So we cannot, the sand is soluble in water. Then solubility of liquids in water. We have also some types of things which stay in liquid state. How liquids are soluble in water? First, if you add some drops of ink in a water, in a glass of water, then it will easily mixed with the water. The color of the water will be changed. The color of the water will be converted in the color of the ink, because the ink is in liquid state and it will be easily mixed up the water. It will be dissolved in water. but we have also some types of other fruit juice, milk. If we add these type of liquid things in water, they can easily dissolve in water. But kerosene, petrol, if you add some drops of kerosene or petrol in the water, they cannot dissolve easily in water. They make their different surface on the water. We can see them easily because they are not dissolved in water. As we have some types of solids which can dissolve water easily, and some do not dissolve in water easily, as as we have also some types of liquids which are easily dissolved in water, but some are not. Then we have solubility of gases in water, as we can dissolve some liquids and solid, as we are also dissolve some gases in water also. For example, carbonated drinks. You and I always use different types of drinks available in market. For example, Pepsi. When we drink this type of cold drinks, you can observe when you open the cap of this bottle, the bubbles come out. What is the bubble? The bubble is one form of a carbon dioxide which is already dissolved in water, which is already in our water. But when we open the cap of this bottle, they come out from their cap outside. They want to now come outside. This is one type of gas which are already dissolved in water. Then oxygen is also dissolved in water. When we drink water, the water consists of two types of gas. First is carbon dioxide and other is oxygen. For example, in river, in sea areas where the animals are live in the water, how they get oxygen? As we need oxygen for our breathing system, animals also need oxygen for their breathing system. How will they get oxygen? They will get oxygen from directly from water which are dissolved in water which has already oxygen in there, because oxygen is easily dissolved in water. So we have also some types of gases which are dissolved in water. So we have solubility of solids, liquid and gases in water. Now changes of state. As I said you, we have different types of things which are very useful to us, but all things are not same as in their matter. They have different states: solid, liquid and gas. Now changes of state, how one thing is changed and go to other state. For example, uh, we have two types of change: physical change and chemical change. We have two types of change: physical change and chemical change. Now physical change. In physical change, you can see the molecules do not change. They stay same when the thing is converted in one state to another state. For example, water. First, if we have normal water, the state of this water is in liquid state. But when we put this water in refrigerator, the state of the water is converted in a solid state. How? Because the water is become ice, and ice is in solid state. Now the state of the water is changed. First it is in liquid state, but when we put in refrigerator, after some time, we can see the state of the liquid is converted into a state of solids as a ice. But the molecules of the water are no change. The molecules of the water is remain same. This type of change is called physical change, and it is also irreversible. What is the meaning of irreversible? Irreversible, that means the change, by using the change, but we can get the thing back in this original form. This type of change is called the physical irreversible change. Uh, as we have learned about the example of water, when we convert the water in ice, but we keep this ice outside of our refrigerator, at the temperature of our house, the water will get its liquid form back. So it is called the irreversible change. And irreversible change is possible in physical change. Physical change is irreversible change. And other our change is chemical change. In chemical change, the molecules are totally changed, and chemical change are not irreversible change. We cannot get the thing back in its original form. For example, burning of paper. When we burn any type of paper, the color of the paper also changes, and rusting of iron. We have lots of example of chemical change available. In chemical change, we cannot get the back the things in their original form, so they are not irreversible change. They are irreversible change. Physical change is reversible change, and chemical change is irreversible change. Reversible change, that means we can get them back. In irreversible change, that means we cannot get them back. In physical change, we can get them back though, so they are called the reversible change. For example, water. When we take a normal water, the state of this type of water is liquid, but we put this water in refrigerator. After some time, the state will be changed in solid state. Now it become a ice, and ice in its solid state. Now but after some time, when we put the ice outside of a refrigerator at the room temperature, the ice will convert in back in liquid form as a water, so it is called the reversible change. So always physical change is reversible change, and chemical change is irreversible change. In chemical change, we cannot get back the things in their original form, but in physical change we can get them back. So this is a difference between physical change and chemical change. In physical change, the molecules do not change, they remain same. In chemical change, the molecules will be changed, they do not remain same. So in this chapter, we have different types of states which are useful to us: solid, liquid and gas. We use different types of things, and all things are going according to the features in different states. Then solubility of substances in liquid, solubility of liquid, then solids and gas. Then we have also different types of changes available: physical change and chemical change. So students, for better understanding, try to read your textbook. In your textbooks, they are also given the some types of activities. Reading by these activities, you will know more about this thing. Now our chapter number 8 is completed here. Now we will meet in our next session.